accounting fraud and artificially boosting its share prices. So these are the questions that has been haunting all the common people of our country. They have very clearly said that they are exposure, officials that also have been dancing to the tune of the government. SEBI officials, SBI officials, LIC officials. They have clearly said that their exposure is well within the permitted limit and they are sitting over profit even with the valuation failing. मैं ये कहना चाहते हूँ, मैडम, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हैं, can madam kindly explain at what valuation Indian banks held their stake in Adani Group? So these are the very simple and short question. And ये regulatory system हमारा देश में कमजोर होते जा रहे हैं. इसलिए हमारी तरफ से बार-बार ये गुहार लगाए जा रहे हैं कि आप जेपीसी की गठन करो. आप सरकार की तरफ से आप सुप्रीम कोर्ट की निगरानी में कुछ ये छानबीन करो. ये कुछ नहीं होता, आपके हाथ में तो ईडी है, उनसे भी कम से कम इस विषय पे छानबीन करना जरूरी है. मैं समझता हूं क्योंकि आज की तारीख में बार बार हम ये कहते हैं कि हिंदुस्तान की तरक्की के लिए सबसे ज्यादा हमारे इकोनॉमी की ग्रोथ होना चाहिए और इस तरीके के अगर माहौल पैदा होगा तो हमारे ये इकोनॉमिक माहौल की इसके ऊपर बुरा असर होगी. इसलिए मैं ये कहना चाहते हैं कि मैडम आपकी जब जवाब आएगी आप सारे मुद्दे को सामने रखते हुए बड़ी ध्यान से जिस मुद्दे में आम लोगों की परेशानी हो रहे हैं इसको आप थोड़ा सही ढंग से जवाब दीजिएगा. धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद सर. So I thank through you all the honorable members who have participated in this discussion and have gone through the budget in various ways, spoken about it in from different points of view. I have, in a way, collected the subjects which the honorable members have spoken, and from them find that there are broad 15 issues on which members have spoken, raising concerns, sometimes asking for greater information to be shared. However, of course, raising also issues which I'll try to address. I'm indeed grateful that members have taken great details from the budget and in the context of today's economy spoken about them. So this budget was presented, as I said during the presentation of the budget itself, was presented with the background that India was coming out of the pandemic and there was a path of recovery that we could distinctly observe, not just by us, but also by very many observers of the Indian economy post the pandemic. But of course, sooner, we also had the Russia-Ukraine war, which commenced from 22 February. And there was, as a result, distinct inflationary pressures, particularly on the emerging markets, and it was globally felt. Also, the resurgence of COVID in China has also added a dimension which we couldn't have anticipated. So that led to the rise in international commodity prices. Also, the vagaries of weather, extreme weather conditions, also triggered off food inflation, not just in India, but in very many other countries. So, more than what the monsoon vagaries bring to India almost every year since recorded history, we had other external vagaries also affecting us, particularly in the food area. several preemptive measures were taken up by the government, and also the monetary policy decisions by the RBI had led to a sequence of measures being taken, and therefore by November, December of 2022, we were able to return to the realm of the tolerance band which the RBI defines. And therefore the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, came down to the below 6% level and therefore was within the tolerance band. Despite all this, sir, the Indian economy is still the fastest growing major economy and shall continue to be so even in 23-24. So since the pandemic, when the economy dipped by -23, our efforts to recover the economy has been through the capex route, capital expenditure route from the government side. And this, because it has great multiplier effect, enables to have in situ jobs created where the projects of the public expenditure are being spent and the projects are being made to rise. So that immediately in situ creates a lot of jobs and therefore triggers better income and therefore triggers better consumption. This is a well-established route in terms of multiplier for capital expenditure, as different from the route which is asserted by economists when you give money in the hands of the people, where the multiplier is far lesser than a rupee spent, is far lesser than that rupee spent. The next very important line is also enhancing the productive capacities in the economy so that we can spur and sustain domestic demand. Third is also an approach which is comprehensive, looking at social security. I already explained the inflation management. So these four major routes and activities have actually kept the economy in a sustained growth path. So in a way, if I have to put in a few words what this budget of 2023-24 is, it actually, in a way, if I can say, astutely balances the requirement for India's development imperatives within the limits of fiscal prudence. So that is a very difficult balance. I'm sure most of us who are speaking on the Indian economy and the budget would observe that it is a very, very tight, measure. It's a very delicately balanced act, and that's what has been achieved in 2023-24 budget, without compromising on India's growth potential and sustaining the growth momentum. We also have made sure that fiscal prudence is maintained as per the glide path we had given 2 years ago. We were in a stretched fiscal situation, sir, post the pandemic. However, the growth in 23-24, the period for which this budget is presented here, will be with good policies such as the PM Gati Shakti, National Logistics Policy, and also the PLI scheme, and with cooperative federalism in mind, empowering states is of great concern for us. And as I go about speaking on specific points on which members of parliament have spoken, I'll also highlight what measures, even as of today, I have taken in order to maintain the state's fiscal health and also ensure that money is in their hands at the time when they need it. So actually from the budget itself, I wanted to place on record again through this response my reply. But even as I heard very many members speak about it, there was this repeated question about, are we giving enough for the states? Total resources are being transferred to states. I'd like to highlight and begin with that. Total resources being transferred to the states, that is the central share in taxes, releases under the centrally sponsored schemes, both put together, under the BE 23-24, which is the proposed budget which is on the table of this House for consideration, is estimated at 17.98 lakh crores. This is higher. This is higher by 1.55 lakh crores over the last year, which is the current running year as of March 31st, 2023. So this is higher by 1.55 lakh crores over RE of 22-23. I'm not even comparing it with the BE. Even over the RE, what we proposed in the current budget, which is under the consideration of the Parliament, is far higher. It is higher by 1.55 lakh crores and 2.9 lakh crores. And it is 2.91 lakh crore more than the actual of 21-22, the year before. The capital expenditure for 23-24 is at 10 lakh crore, which most members have heard me say, whereas in the year 1920, this amount was only 3.39 lakh crores. And if I go to the last full budget presented during the UPA's 10 years, that is in 2013-14, it was only 2.91 lakh crores. 2.91 lakh crores in 13-14, the last of the UPA budgets. 2019-20 budget, which is the budget before the pandemic, it was 3.39 lakh crores. So the states will be the partners in this massive capital expenditure exercise. And in the budget of 23-24, that is the current budget, we have made an allocation of 1.3 lakh crores to the states as interest-free capital expenditure loan, which will run for 50 years. So 1.3 lakh crore is being given to states as 50-year loan without interest. So the state's interest has always been kept up and kept in our mind, and making sure that we are in time giving them what is their rightful amounts. Sir, whilst I go through the members and their points, I'm just broadly telling you the issues which this budget addresses and made specific allocations. Broadly, the headings are middle class, employment-related, MSME-related, agriculture-related, rural population-related, health-related, and green growth-related. So I will very quickly just give you the bullets under each of them so that all of us have a complete comprehensive picture on each of these headings. For middle class, sir, the new tax regime is very attractive. No tax for those with income less than 7 lakhs. Tax exemption limit will be 3 lakh under new regime against what was prevailing at 2.5 lakhs earlier. Standard deduction for salaried allowed in new regime as well. Will reduce tax liability. This proposal will reduce tax liability for majority of middle-class taxpayers. New regime will be the standard or default. Taxpayers will have to opt for the old regime if she or he wants. Doubling of investment limit in small savings schemes from 15 to 30 lakh, and increase in limit of monthly income scheme benefiting senior citizens and others through high interest rate with full safety will also benefit the middle class. And finally, for middle class, new small savings scheme for women and girls with attractive interest rate of 7.5% for a 2-year tenure. So here, I can't see Member N.K. Premchandran, who asked for a clarification regarding the new income tax regime. He said, I'm paraphrasing, I'm not quoting his exact words, but he said that under the old tax regime, a common man can save up to 4.5 lakh on his income from 9 lakhs. On his income of 9 lakhs, he can save up to 4.5 lakhs. However, he said in the new regime that won't help at all. In reality, sir, it is very difficult, actually, strictly speaking, for a common man who earns 9 lakhs to avail 4.5 lakhs in deduction. And after all, since he has to run the family as well as think of constantly of how best he can reduce the taxes. So when he's earning 9 lakh annually, 4.5 lakh in deduction itself will be quite a large and an effort-ridden exercise. Enhanced rebate, whereas what we want to explain here, since the enhanced rebate in the new scheme is unconditional, it will greatly benefit income earners in the lower tax brackets as they have higher disposable income in their hands for meeting their essential expenditure. So I wanted to just assure Member N.K. Premchandran that it's not always possible for a 9 lakh salaried person to have 4.5 lakh under exemption and then also be having enough money to spend for his family. So that was for middle class. So if I move for employment-related information from this budget, sir. Increase in capital expenditure with large multiplier effect, and that's 10 lakh crores, and of which 1.30 will go to the states as well. Increased credit of 2 lakh crore at lower interest rate to MSMEs, who are the biggest job creators. Lab-grown diamonds have been given a fillip, which is a sunrise sector, and it has very high employment potential. Multidisciplinary courses for medical devices to create skilled manpower in futuristic medical technologies, manufacturing and research. That's also aimed at greater employability for our people. Job opportunities through Make AI in India and Make AI Work for India in educational institutions is clearly giving that cutting-edge benefit for our students. Comprehensive tourism package for 50 destinations, creating direct and indirect jobs. PM Kaushal Vikas Yojana 4.0 to be launched, covering new age courses like coding, AI, robotics, mechatronics, IoT, 3D printing, drones, and soft skills are all aimed at giving that lead advantage for those who come out of colleges with these skills, who can then be employable straight away. 30 Skill Indian International Centers. 30 Skill India International Centers will be established to train youth for international job opportunities, inclusive of any optional language which they would want. So this is about employment, particularly from this budget. For MSMEs, sir, Vivad Se Vishwas. Vivad Se Vishwas scheme for refunding forfeited amounts of bid performance security, which is given during COVID period in all government and PSU contracts with MSMEs. One point which I've missed out on employment is how in the government, in this year, every month, Prime Minister, also the ministers have all gone all over the country to give employment letters in government jobs. About 10 lakh jobs are being offered in the government, and that cannot be missed out. Sir, Vivad Se Vishwas scheme for MSMEs, and also to encourage timely payment, deduction of expenses for tax purposes allowed only when payment actually made to MSMEs will greatly benefit MSMEs, because most often large companies retain them and really take the offset benefits for it without really paying the MSMEs. We want to encourage the payment of MSMEs because they are the ones who generate a lot of local jobs. Revamped credit guarantee scheme for micro and small enterprises with additional credit of 2 lakh crores and reduction of interest rate by approximately 1%. And also, the presumptive taxation limit has been enhanced both for MSMEs and for professionals. Sir, I have three more of these main subjects, so that from this budget we'll be able to club it all together to see for that head as to what we have given. For agriculture, agricultural credit target has been enhanced to 20 lakh crores. India will be developed as a global hub for Shri Ann, that is the millets. Agricultural Accelerator Fund for agri-startups. Major increase in storage facilities through cooperatives. Computerization of the PACs. Tax relief to cooperative sugar mills and PACs. That is more than about 9,000 crores, which is going for the benefit of the sugarcane farmers. Decentralized storage facilities through cooperatives to enable farmers to store their produce and sell it at the right time when they will get better prices. And also a new sub-scheme for fishermen, fish vendors under the PM Matsya Sampada Yojana. All this is definitely going to make India's agriculture far more robust. Rural population, sir, huge increase in the outlay for Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, 66% increase, and 79,000 crores are being given for PM Awas Yojana. Increase in the outlay for Jal Jeevan Mission from 60,000 crores to 70,000 crores. 15,000 crore mission for particularly vulnerable tribal groups. We talk about inclusion, but when we talk about what is being provided to the tribes, nobody wants to hear that, and they will still question.
Sir, I have a request. Today being the Friday, that's a private member business. Since this is financial business is going on, it may be kindly taken up on Monday.
सदन की सहमति है? माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी।
For health, the last two on which I want to elaborate. 157 new nursing colleges are being created. This also creates jobs, both for domestic and international workers. Then sickle cell anemia elimination mission, which is very important for some tribal areas. And new program for research and innovation in pharmaceuticals are the highlights I would like to say for the health area. And finally, sir, the green growth, 35,000 crore towards capital investments in energy security, energy transition, which is being given to the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Energy storage projects are being taken up. Funds for scrapping polluting vehicles for both centre and states are being given. Amrit Dharohar for conservation of wetlands are being taken up. Exemption of excise duty for blended compressed natural gas. Customs duty exemption for capital goods needed for lithium-ion cells for batteries in electrical vehicles, and green hydrogen mission. So in a gist, I tried capturing all those topics under which the budget had a lot of provisions here and there, but I've put it all together to summarize here, sir. Now I go to those 15 particular groups of issues on which honourable members have spoken. I'll group it all together on behalf of the members and try to address them. The fiscal glide path is the first issue, maintained at the cost of reduced food and fertilizer subsidy. That was a member's apprehension, which was put here, saying allocation for food and fertilizer subsidy has been drastically reduced. Was a, if I can call it as an allegation was levied. I want to say here, sir, levelled. 2015-16 till 2019-20, food subsidies have been in the range of 1 lakh crore to 1.12 lakh crores. I'm talking about 2015-16 to 2020. Whereas now in this budget, for 23-24, the projection for food subsidy is 1.97 lakh crores. So it is far higher, in fact double than what was being given in 1920 or even earlier. The provision for food subsidy available in the budget of 23-24, sir, is adequate, we think, to cover all the anticipated expenditure for the PDS operations. And therefore, that's not even less. The increase in food subsidy in the last 2 financial years is due to the PM Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana to 80 crore people. So the central government now, under the new PM Garib Kalyan Yojana, which has been introduced since December 2022, in the last 2 financial years, I've already said, in the December allocation of PM Garib Kalyan Yojana, which will continue to the Antyodaya and the priority households, the central government will bear all costs of the PDS operation with no cost to the beneficiary or even to the state government. The entire cost will be on the central government. So, there is just no reduction in the food subsidy, and therefore, on that behalf, to allege that I'm maintaining fiscal consolidation at the cost of reducing food subsidy is completely wrong. Sir?
देखो मैं आपको एक सुनो
पहले 5 ही तो मिलता था यार.
अरे सुनो Adhir Babu, you are a very senior member. Continuously disturbing, it is not to your stature, I am telling you. It is not fair on your part. अरे बैठिए यार ऐसे.
Sir, today Adhir ji is very conscious. Adhir ji is very conscious.
I have always my respect. I have a great respect.
Thank you. Surely, with that respect in place, even from my side, Adhir ji is very conscious. 5 kgs कम हो गया है. इनके NFSA 2013-14 में कितने राज्य में NFSA implement किया गया था? कोई 7 states only agreed to go along with them, and even in that, it was only 5 kgs. Suddenly, क्योंकि मोदी जी ने गरीब के लिए कोविड के समय +5 kg. अरे, I also have respect for you, Adhir ji. सुनिए ना, क्षमता रखना चाहिए सुनने में. NFSA 2013-14, sir, only 7 states took. And what did it give? It gave 5 kgs. गरीब के लिए, क्योंकि कोविड के समय किसी गरीब भूखे ना रहे, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी एडिशनल 5 kg दिया. वो एडिशनल 5 kg को अभी याद दिला रहे हैं. आप तो पहले से नहीं दिए. 5 kg बोले, 7 स्टेट्स में किए, बाकी देश भर में नहीं किए. आज आ गए इतना गरीब के लिए. क्या बात है जी. सर, another point was वो गरीब के लिए फूड को कटवा दिया, इसीलिए आपको फिस्कल कंसोलिडेशन हुआ. I proved it. No. Now I'll come to the fertilizer subsidy, sir. 2015-16 मैं उनके 13-14-12 में नहीं जा रही हूं अभी. 2015-16 to 2019-20 में fertilizer subsidy has been in the range of 65,000 crore to about 80,000 crore. Then in 22-23, that is this year, provision for fertilizer subsidy was about 1.05 lakh crores. In this budget, which is under consideration here in this parliament for 23-24, this has been raised to 2.25 lakh crores. Sorry, 22-23 ke liye, this saal has been raised to 2.25 lakh crores. Why was this raised for the current year so much? Because international prices went up. We had to import at a very high cost. On this, there is some data which I'd like to share with you, sir. Ek bori, which is 45 kgs, I think, of fertilizer, was somewhere in the range of 220 rupees. Whereas we had to import it somewhere in the range of 2,800. The very same 45 kg bori was 2,900 something. Approximately, the import cost had gone up. We imported it all at that cost, but did not put the burden on the farmer. किसान के ऊपर एक पैसा ज्यादा तब भी नहीं लिया, अभी भी नहीं लिया. ये टोटल केंद्र सरकार के ऊपर है. ओके? सर, एक मिनट सर, क्योंकि हमारे वेरी एक्टिव मेंबर ऑनरेबल गोगोई इस विषय में उठे, मैं जो विषय बाद में बोलना चाहती थी मैं अभी ही बोल रही हूं. एक्साइज ड्यूटी जब ज्यादा हुआ, फॉरेन प्राइस जब, इंपोर्ट प्राइस जब ज्यादा हुआ, प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी 2 बार एक्साइज ड्यूटी को कम करके जनता के ऊपर बोझ ना हो ऐसे स्टेप लिया. नवंबर में और जून में, नवंबर 21, जून 22 में 1 मिनट सर उस विषय में बोलना चाहती हूं. तब से लेकर आज तक हम तो जनता के ऊपर बर्डन कम हो इसीलिए एक्साइज ड्यूटी को कम कर रहे हैं. इसके उल्टा करने वाले स्टेट्स का नाम लेना चाहती हूं सर. सॉरी, मेरा हिंदी सही आ रही है कि नहीं? हम तो प्राइस कटवाने के लिए कोशिश करके नवंबर में 2021 और जून 22 में कटौती की. माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी बोले कि एक्साइज ड्यूटी को कम करो, किए, मगर तब से लेकर आज तक मैं नाम लेना चाह रही हूं. एक पहले किया होगा, आज दूसरे क्या कर रहे हैं, जो भी हो, उल्टा जनता के ऊपर बोझ पड़ना परवाह नहीं पड़ेगा, करने दो. ऐसे करने वाले लोग का नाम बोल रही सर. एक्टिव हमारे, ठीक है अधीर जी, पूरे 2 दिन आप सबका सुना.
प्लीज
धैर्यपूर्वक सुनिए
सर. हमारे एक्टिव मेंबर गोगोई जी, वो उनके हिमाचल के सरकार से पूछना चाहिए. चुनाव जीतकर आने के तुरंत बाद वैट, VAT, वैल्यू एडेड टैक्स ऑन डीजल 3 रुपए ज्यादा किया. ये उनका है, ठीक है सर. सर, और वैट इंक्रीज करने वाले आप हो भाई, वैट इंक्रीज करने वाले आप हो. आप बिना सोचे समझे बात ना करो. आपने वैट इंक्रीज किया डीजल के ऊपर, वो भी सर. इसीलिए वो कभी भी, कांग्रेस के कल्चर यही है, आरोप लगाएंगे मगर जवाब देंगे तो हम चिल्लाएंगे, वॉकआउट करेंगे, इधर नहीं रहेंगे. ये उनके तरीका, देख लीजिए. अभी भी देख लीजिए, सच्चाई सामने आने पर चिल्लाना. सर, दूसरा एक और विषय, अरे करप्शन के ऊपर आप डेटॉल से मुंह साफ कर दो भैया. कांग्रेस वाले करप्शन के ऊपर आप बात कर रहे हो. सर, पंजाब में सर
आपकी कोई आवाज नहीं जा रही, बंद कर दीजिए.
पंजाब में सर, पंजाब sir has increased VAT on petrol and diesel in February 2023, which will lead to an increase in the price by approximately 90 paise per लीटर इंक्रीज हो रहा है भाई, कम नहीं हो रही है। पंजाब के कोई भी है तो सुनिए सर, केरला सर, केरला सर, हाँ कांग्रेस नहीं है, जरूर कांग्रेस नहीं है। Why? Because I'm telling you.
Because you are not mentioning the
Right?
name of West Bengal.
Oh, sir.
Please,
सर ये क्या है सर?
please, 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 माननीय सदस्य, please,
सर
please, please, please.
सर सर केरला सर, Kerala announced in February 2023 a levy which is, I think, a social security cess, Kerala government, of 2 rupees per litre of petrol and diesel. On both. हाँ, अभी माननीय leader of the opposition, if I can call him that, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary ji, said, सेस आप कलेक्ट कर रही हो। सेस का विवरण भी मैं देती हूँ, कितना कलेक्शन होती है, कितना स्टेट्स को जाता है, मैं बिल्कुल देती हूँ उसको। सर, ये अगर ये सब है, बाकी भी बोलती हूँ सर, स्टेट्स, हाँ, राजस्थान, नहीं, राजस्थान में गड़बड़ है भैया, पिछले साल के बजट इस साल पड़ रहे हैं। सर, सर, गॉड किसी को भी
का बजट पढ़ रहे हैं, पिछले साल का बजट पढ़ रहे हैं। ये भी
सर मैं ये भी
बजट पढ़ रहे हैं, पिछले साल का है कि इस साल का है?
सर मैं ये भी कंसीड करने के लिए तैयार हूं, गलती हो सकता है किसी का भी, भगवान की कृपा रहे, कभी भी किसी का भी वो हालत होना नहीं चाहिए कि पिछले बजट इस साल पढ़ रहे हैं। आई प्रे टू गॉड, ऑनेस्टली गलती किसी का भी हो सकता है। आई प्रे टू गॉड nobody should be able to be in that position, but today it happened, so I have to mention it, so nothing wrong sir. Six, I'm saying about 6 other states, sir, which marginally reduced or didn't reduce at all. But I'm reading all of them together. I don't want anybody to get up and say, no, but we reduced half a paisa, 1 paisa. No, I'm not. I'm saying some reduced something, some others didn't reduce as much as would have been deserving. Whatever marginally reduced, maybe, I don't know. But I'm including them because both the times we expect every state to reduce the burden on the common people. West Bengal did not. Tamil Nadu maybe marginally. Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Kerala and Jharkhand have not reduced the prices on petrol and diesel till date. As I said, some states probably reduced marginally. So I didn't want to come to this detail at this stage itself, but because there was the context, I had to come even earlier to talk about it. Sabhi BJP states ne come kiya. So, yeah. I'll come to that. I'll certainly come to that. Sir, so for fertilizer subsidy, we had made sure that the burden is not shifted on the farmers. Any increase in cost in imported price, the government, central government is bearing it all in full. And at this stage, in this budget, we have tried making a reasonable allocation. And always it's subject to, if there is more increase, we'll give that much more. But in this reasonable allocation of 1.75 lakh crores has been made in the budget which is before you, 2023-24. Even this is 1.75 lakh crores, sir. And we have earlier, when we didn't make a provision, we still somehow imported it at whatever cost, although we didn't make a provision. That should clearly put our intent before you, saying for farmers we'll never let down. Sir, Manrega, an issue on which a lot of members have spoken saying, no, the allocation has come down. So that's not true at all. I want to explain how. I want to explain how. The current year BE allocation is 73,000 crore. It had been increased to 89,400 crores in the RE of this running year, 31st March tak. So from BE, even this year, we've shown an increase. It's a demand-driven program, and therefore, whenever there is an increase, we'll come up with the numbers. But this year, we want to also underline the fact that Manrega outlays factors in economic recovery and massive increase in the PMAY Awas Yojana, particularly the rural, where 34,487 crores have been allocated. Other than the allocation for Manrega itself, here, similar beneficiaries, similar rural work gets 34,487. The same set of people will have to benefit from it. And the Jal Jeevan Mission gets 10,000 crores, which caters to the same catchment area and also the same beneficiaries. So there is actually no reduction. One, it keeps going up as and when the demand comes. Adir ji, sir, Honorable Speaker, sir, Honorable Speaker, sir.
Madam, आप पढ़िए.
Sir.
There is no connection.
Sir.
बाबू घर और जल पानी के बीच कनेक्शन नहीं है क्या?
गरीब लोग काम नहीं मिलता, गरीब लोग नहीं मिलता, गरीब लोग क्या बोलते हैं? भाई गांव से आते हैं, एरिया नहीं मिलता है, वो तो मिलने लगे हैं, काम
Sir, Honorable Speaker, sir. Honorable Speaker, sir. Sir, 1 minute, sir. Sir, it is. I want to just highlight. No. I'm quite used to polite and not so polite also. But it is up to the chair. I can't. Sir. Oh, pending payments. I'll come back to that. West Bengal, I have a list to read. Please, sir. Allow me, sir. Sir. Manrega, sir. Sir, please allow me to speak, sir. Manrega, sir. I said I want to respond to Honorable Member Adirji. Huh? And I also take into consideration. Oh, take it, sir. Okay, sir. सर, मनरेगा के ऊपर जितना भी चिंता
पश्चिम बंगाल का जरूर बताइए. ये दीदी से जवाब पूछो, ममता दीदी से.
सर, मनरेगा के विषय में क्योंकि इतना चिंता वाजिब है. अरे वाजिब है भाई, इतना चिंता जता रहे हैं.
पैसा खाते.
सर, मनरेगा के ऊपर चिंता वाजिब है. मैं सिर्फ एक लिस्ट से नंबर पढ़ना चाहती हूं. बीई के समय एलोकेशन एक अमाउंट है. मैं रिकॉर्ड रख के सामने बात कर रही हूं कि बीई एवरी ईयर वी इंक्रीज टू आरई. clearly will increase to RE when the demand arises. We've never let it down. उसका उदाहरण बोल रही हूं सर. 2019-20 से, which is just before the pandemic, 60,000 था, 60,000 crore था pandemic budget में, pre-pandemic budget में, 60,000 crore था budget estimate B. उस साल RE में 71,000 तक गया. Actual release उसके बाद डेटा आता है 71,687.71 crores. ये 1920 का. 2021 61,500 crores BE. RE 1,11,500. Actual release 1,11,170.86 crore. बढ़ते गए. 21-22 73,000 BE, 98,000 RE. Actually it was 98,467.85 increased allocation. ऐसे इस साल भी 73,000 BE, already 89,400 RE. ये हमारे प्री पैंडेमिक का एक साल और पोस्ट पैंडेमिक का डिटेल. प्री पैंडेमिक का प्रीवियस ईयर्स भी ऐसा ही है, मगर मैं याद दिलाना चाह रही हूं 2009-10 जानना चाहिए प्लीज, हंसी मजाक नहीं है. गरीब रूरल आप हंस रहे हैं ना जी आप सर. होप ऑनरेबल चेयरमैन सर हंस रहे हैं मुझसे इतना. नहीं गोगोई जी प्लीज. अभी he laughed at me. He laughed at me. I'm giving details and he's laughing at me. But when it suits him, he says गरीब के लिए हम बात करते हैं, आप बोलो. गरीब के लिए बात कर रही हो, हंस रहे हैं, वो सही है क्या? नो. मैं गंभीरता से उनके पॉइंट को लेकर के जवाब दे रही हूं. हंसना. Yeah, thank you for setting the standards. I'm seeing how it is happening here. Sir, Honorable Sir, 2009-10 में BE 39,100. 2009-10. हाँ, जरूर जाऊंगी. 2009-10. 39,100. 39,100 RE. Oh, that's not applicable now, ma'am. That's not applicable now, ma'am. Sir, 2010-11, 40,100 BE. How much was RE? वही 40,100, मगर actual spent was 35,841 only. Sir, 2011-12, 40,000 BE, RE 31,000, and actual fund released 29,215. Sir, गरीब का विषय में पॉलिटिकल नहीं बनना चाहिए जब आपके शीशे के घर ऐसा है. Yes, sir, I'll come. Sir, Honorable Speaker, sir, बंगाल के ऊपर जितना भी प्रश्न उठा रहे हैं उसको मैं पूरे जवाब देती हूँ, जरूर देती हूँ. प्लीज, आई विल गिव.
4 साल का कुल मिला के 1 लाख करोड़ था, जितना तो आपने पिछले पैंडेमिक के टाइम पे दिए.
सर, ये मनरेगा के विषय सर. एक था एलिगेशन सर, जो अभी ऑनरेबल मेंबर भी जिक्र कर रहे हैं. मनरेगा और पीएम आवास योजना फंड्स should be released immediately to West Bengal. उस विषय में मैं थोड़ा बात करना चाहता हूं. Various central schemes, sir, which investigate, various central teams which investigated Manrega works in Bengal found serious shortcomings in the works. मैं पूरे बोल रही हूं, आज का विषय भी बोलूंगी. State government was asked to submit action taken report on the observations by the various teams. The state government submitted one set of reports of action taken in 2022, late November, December. And that amount is 5,473 crores. Once the scrutiny is all over, that amount will get released. One. Second, sir, again, many claim, this is Awas Yojana, Gramin. Many complaints have been received from MPs and MLAs about irregularities in the implementation of the scheme. Department of Rural Development has constituted a national level monitors who have submitted report of irregularities, including the change of name and logo of the scheme. Branding पूरे के पूरे बदल गई. ATR has been sought. Sir, ATR was sought from the state government, which was action taken report has come. And after that also, very many questions were, in fact, beneficiary list was asked. Again, complaints were received about irregularities on the list of beneficiaries, which was prepared by the state government, including ineligible beneficiary. Department has sought an ATR again, another action taken report again, so that is one thing. Gram Sadak Yojana, 173 crore is pending for release to the state due to reconciliation-related issues between center and state. No, there are more. I don't want to, sir, I don't want it to appear as though I am saying it all, and therefore central government is only creating problem. Media reports, sir, this I'll authenticate and submit on the table. PM Awas is for rural poor, but in West Bengal, owners of houses like these are on the list. Sir, it is not me. So double mansion-like buildings are being built. Is it right? Is it not right that I should investigate, sir? I'll authenticate and submit. I'll also come to one more, sir. I'll finish this. Then you can talk, sir, with the permission of the chair. Sir, GST compensation cess. Sir, this you must, honorable member, kindly, with the permission of the chair, I'd like to request you, please, he should listen to this particular thing, sir. और ये हम सब के लिए भी एक सबक जैसे विषय है. मैं बहुत ही विनम्रता से ये बात आपके सामने रखना चाह रही हूँ. सर, GST compensation cess. West Bengal says 823 crore is pending for release to the state because the state government has not sent AG certificate. I'm saying 2017-18. But in this bahana, this is not a news report. This is my own office paper I'm reading. I'll just give you this information. It may be useful for the honorable member. Sir, honorable chair से बात कर रही हूँ मैं. Honorable chair के साथ बात कर रही हूँ मैं. Sir, arrears of compensation released to states, union territories, as per AG certificate which is given for the revenue figures. AG का certificate के साथ compensation का request जब पहुंचता है, हम amount release करते हैं. वेस्ट बंगाल के डिटेल मैं आपके सामने रखना चाह रही हूं, बहुत ही विनम्रता से. कॉम्पनसेशन सेस. सर, बार बार हमें बोला जाता है, चिट्ठी आता है बंगाल से, हमारे कॉम्पनसेशन रिलीज नहीं हुआ. एजी सर्टिफिकेट के साथ अगर आता है मैं तुरंत रिलीज करती हूं, बट बंगाल के विषय आपके सामने बहुत विनम्रता से मैं रिपीट कर रही हूं, क्योंकि मुझे चकित रह गई हूं ये देखने के बाद। क्या विषय? एजी का सर्टिफिकेट सर, एजी का सर्टिफिकेट के साथ कॉम्पेंसेशन का क्लेम कब से नहीं आया बंगाल से? 2017-18 नहीं आया, 18-19 नहीं आया, 19-20 नहीं आया, 20-21 नहीं आया, 21-22 नहीं आया। फिर मैं क्या करूं सर? एजी का सर्टिफिकेट जब नहीं मिलता मैं कैसे पे करूं सर?
अभी आपने पहले बताया होता ये देने वाले हो आप, तो मैं आपको जल जीवन मिशन का भी आंकड़ा दे देता। कितना कंप्लेंट आया
सर?
बाबू इधर
लास्ट एक और विषय सर, बंगाल के विषय लास्ट एक और विषय पेंडिंग है सर। हमें यह बार बार बोला जाता है केंद्र सरकार बंगाल के खिलाफ है, पैसा नहीं देते। मैं एक और सामने रखती हूं सर, पैसा देने के लिए हम तैयार है, मगर ड्यू प्रोसेस तो फॉलो तो करो, ड्यू प्रोसेस सर। केंद्र सरकार परमिशन चेयर चेयर मुझे बोलने के लिए कह रहे हैं, मैं वो बात कर रही हूं सर। केंद्र सरकार हर राज्य को जब उनको सेंट्रल आर्म्ड पुलिस का मदद चाहिए होता उनको दे देते हैं। सेंट्रल आर्म पुलिस चाहिए, ले लो। सेंट्रल आर्म पुलिस फोर्स का बंगाल को भी डिप्लॉयमेंट के लिए दिए, मगर बंगाल से ड्यू उनकी तरफ से हमें पेमेंट जो करना है, क्योंकि हम तो पुलिस फोर्स दे रहे हैं उनको, उधर से हमारे पास उनके पैसा अगर रह गया तो इतना आवाज उठाते हैं। ठीक है, राइट है उठाने के लिए, मगर हम भी उठाना चाहिए सर। सेंट्रल आर्म फोर्सेस बंगाल के लिए दिए 1841 करोड़ पैसा हमारे उधर बाकी पड़ा हुआ है, नहीं मिला। ये कैसे सर? हम देते रहे
उसका ड्यू प्रोसेस पूरा है कि नहीं?
सर बंगाल के विषय में मैं ये बात जरूर सामने रखना चाहती हूँ, बिकॉज इट्स मैटर ऑफ डेटा। दे दो
आपको हाथ जोड़ के कह रहे हैं कि बताओ, आप मत बोलो। हाथ जोड़ के कह रहे हैं कि मत
सर
वेस्ट बंगाल पे और मत बोलो।
इसके अलावा उसमें
इतना भी आपको नहीं मारना चाहिए, इतना भी नहीं मारना चाहिए, हाथ जोड़ना पड़ेगा।
ठीक है सर, विद योर परमिशन सर।
एक मिनट ज्यादा। मैडम आप सुनिए, मैडम आपको बताते हैं, मैडम आप बोस, अरे उसको तो बैठाइए।
तुम्हारा तार कट गया, तार जुड़वाओ पहले।
मैडम, myself along with 10 MPs we met Giriraj Singh ji and we had a long discussion for 1 hour. Giriraj Singh ji attended with his full officials and we 10 MPs all together. So he clarified these issues to us and he asked that you send your cabinet minister from government of West Bengal. I went back, I reported to Chief Minister and Chief Minister sent the minister to talk to Giriraj Singh ji. There was a long meeting. Everything was sorted out. But the 7,000 crore rupees are not being
माननीय
released.
मंत्री जी,
So, sir, madam, our allegation, you are trying to blockade economically our state of West Bengal.
Anti-West Bengal.
You are trying to blockade economically our state of West Bengal.
Honorable Speaker, sir, he's a very respected member. I have a lot of personal respect for him. I listen for every one of the members. Irrespective of anything that is said in the House, I fully take it because I'm here to answer with due respect. I will do it. Sir, but whilst he may give me, honourable member may give me the details of his meeting with the Honourable Minister Giriraj Singh and everything else,
नहीं,
that allegation
एक मिनट,
against sir,
किसी भी मंत्री से बाहर चर्चा हो, इसको सदन के अंदर
बोलना
कोई तर्क
आवश्यक
नहीं है. आप तो
ठीक है,
आपका जवाब दीजिए.
But I would request the honourable member to say Bengal का block कर रहे हैं, वो नहीं है. I'm
माननीय
बार-बार
सदस्य
giving you
गलत.
detail.
मैं बाहर निकाल दूंगा, आपको पोस्ट दिखाएंगे.
So, what I state here is, sir, with facts. I state with facts. I am not giving any figment of my imagination. Sir, then this question of reduction in agriculture allocation. Senior member T.R. Baluji mentioned about it. About 8,000 crores, sir, from RE 22-23 to BE 23-24. What was in the RE of the current running year to the BE of the forthcoming year. 8,000 crores is the increase. It includes outlays for agriculture research, animal husbandry, dairying, fisheries, and cooperation sector. PM Kisan, sir, also reflects the provision based on beneficiary update. Quite a few members, many of them are not here, but I still will say it. PM Kisan, sir, there is a lot of data updation which is going on. Deduplication analysis of beneficiaries being done by the Ministry of Agriculture. So the duplications are being weeded out. And this is not being said for the first time here. In Budget at a Glance document which was shared along with the budget speech, in page 10, this explanation has been very clearly given as to what is the deduplication exercise which is going in the PM Kisan. So if people were to ask me, why is it reduced? That is the deduplication spillover, which I want to put it on record as was stated even in the Budget at a Glance document. So let me now state this, sir. Every eligible beneficiary of PM Kisan will continue to get their benefits, every eligible one. So there is no reduction. Here, I certainly want to refer to a SBI study, sir, which speaks about what actually has happened in terms of, because quite a lot of members expressed their concern about what happens to the doubling of income for the farmers. Quite a few members mentioned about it. And I will give you not my own analysis, but State Bank of India's report. They have a study group which periodically keeps studying on various different developmental activities. July 2022, their report said farmers' income doubled for the financial year 22 compared to financial year 18 for certain crops in some states. So the process was happening, like soya bean in Maharashtra, cotton in Karnataka, while in other cases, if it didn't double, it at least became 1.7 times the original income. Allied and non-farm income showed. It is true that it is reaching doubling. Allied and non-farm incomes showed a significant increase of 1.4 to 1.8 times in most states, in tandem with farmers' income during the same period. So this substantiates another thing, sir. There's one more. 77th National Sample Survey that the source of the farmer income has become increasingly diverse. सिर्फ खेती से जो पैदावार होते हैं उसके इनकम सिर्फ नहीं, मगर उससे जुड़ा हुआ बहुत सारे कार्यक्रम से भी किसान का उनका आय बढ़ रही है. ये स्पष्ट वो 77th नेशनल सैंपल सर्वे के द्वारा डेटा अभी मिल रही है. So SBI study also says, sir, किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड के द्वारा उनके क्रॉप लोन जो मिलता है, अभी कितने किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड है वो भी हमारे जानकारी रहना अच्छा होगा. 73.7 मिलियन एक्टिव केसीसी, मिलियन मतलब इधर 7 crore, am I right? 7 crore 37 lakh किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड एक्टिव है सर. वो किसान खेती भी करें, डेयरी भी करें, फिशरी मत्स्य पालन भी करें, उन सब का मिलजुल करके 7 करोड़ से ज्यादा किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड है. उनको इंटरेस्ट रेट सब्सिडी भी मिलते हैं, आसानी से बैंक से लोन भी मिलता है. फिर मिनिमम सपोर्ट प्राइस भी आजकल ज्यादा से ज्यादा मार्केट लिंक्ड प्राइस से अलाइन ही होता है, उससे एकदम कम नहीं होता. अगर कम होता किसान मार्केट में ही चले जाएगा. ये मिनिमम सपोर्ट प्राइस कभी भी उनके कॉस्ट और उनके रिटर्न ये सब कैलकुलेट करते हुए हम करते हैं, इसीलिए एग्रीकल्चर इनकम में भी बढ़ोतरी हो रही है. सर फिर इन्फ्लेशन के ऊपर again I refer to Honorable Member Gaurav Gogoi. There's been a wave of external factors which have caused the price increase, whether it is Russia, Ukraine, or even the various disruptions in supply chain. But India's retail consumer price inflation, the CPI, had peaked to 7.8% in April 2022. But now it has come down to 5.7, 5.8%, and therefore it is well within the tolerance band. And this is because, and I would like to seek your indulgence, sir, I want to here specify the various steps that government has taken, and it will be helpful for honorable members to know about it. It is not without effort that these prices, the CPI has come down. UK and Germany are having an inflation rate of 9.2% and 8.5% respectively. US inflation has also been very high, but ours has come down because of the various steps like reduction in the excise duty on petrol and diesel, prohibition of export of wheat products, reduction in import duties and cesses on pulses, rationalization of tariffs and imposition of stock limits on edible oils and also on oil seeds. ये सब कदम हम उठा रहे हैं, जिसके वजह से आज नियंत्रण में है महंगाई. Maintenance of buffer stock for onions and pulses, rationalization and of import duties on raw materials used by manufacturing sector, imposed also an export duty of 20% on rice, brown rice, semi-milled rice, as well as wholly milled rice. So, except for parboiled rice, every export item under rice has been levied with an export duty. And also, I will repeat, so that the poorest of the poor are not suffering, Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana has been extended from 1st January 2023. This will provide free food grains for 80 crore benefits. Import duty on masoor has also been brought to 0%, जिससे हम सस्ते में import कर पाएंगे मसूर को. ऐसे ही central government decided to provide 1.5 million tons of chana to states and union territories at a discounted rate, जिससे सरकार PDS के द्वारा states में चना को सस्ते में distribute कर सकते हैं. चने के prices भी reduce किया गया है. Sir, unemployment के ऊपर मैं already बोल चुकी हूँ, मगर विषय quarterly unemployment rate for urban areas has actually declined. Unemployment has declined from 9.7% in April-June 2018 to 7.2% in July-September 2020. So, employment generation through MSMEs is something which I earlier elaborated on. There was also this very frequently heard concern that health and education had lesser allocation. Even that is not true, sir. Ministry of Health and Ayush, the BE for 23-24, which is this budget which is here, is about 92,802 crores, which is higher than the BE of 22-23 of 89,250. पिछले साल 89,250 था crores हेल्थ के लिए, इस साल 92,802 हो गया है. बढ़ती आ रही है, ना कि कम. एजुकेशन के लिए सर पिछले साल हमने 1,04 लाख करोड़ 1.04 लाख करोड़ दिए. इस साल हमने उससे बढ़कर के 1.13 लाख करोड़ दिए हैं. इसलिए एजुकेशन का भी कम नहीं हुआ है. So paddy has not been procured. This was a specific, probably, concern by Shri Bhartrihari Mehtab. Odisha is following a decentralized procurement strategy. Under the decentralized procurement strategy, sir, state government undertakes direct purchase of paddy from farmers, rice and so on, and stores it, distributes the rice under NFSA and other welfare schemes. And the central government undertakes to meet the entire expenditure incurred by the state government on the procurement operations as per the approved costings. Against the given estimate of 56.93 lakh metric tons of paddy procurement during the Kharif season 22-23, 50.54 lakh metric tons of paddy has been procured in the state by the state government and its agencies, which is 26.44% higher than before. So you are procuring because of the decentralized arrangement, and we are completely with you in terms of meeting the expenditure. So paddy has not been procured in Odisha by the government. It's not a right allegation. After all, you are the ones who are procuring it. So we want to just make sure that we understand this. That's right. So FCA also, but you are the main drivers there. So there is no इसके ऊपर कोई आशंका रहने का आवश्यकता नहीं है. उड़ीसा के डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड अरेंजमेंट अभी भी बरकरार है. So, but I thought he was talking about the procurement earlier. I've answered that. Sir, then there were a lot of members who said allocation has not been announced in the budget for Mishti, Agricultural Accelerator Fund, PM Pranam, Shri Anna Yojana and all that. That will obviously come after we have the budget cleared through the House. Sir. So lastly, quite a few. Sir, I have few things to say, sir. Sir, मैं हिंदी में भी बोलना चाह रही हूँ, सर. अगर मेरा गलती कुछ है तो हिंदी में बोल रही हूँ. जो स्कीम्स बजट में अनाउंस किया गया है, चाहे वो मिष्टी हो, एग्रीकल्चरल एक्सेलरेटर फंड हो, पीएम प्रणाम हो, श्री अन्न हो, इन सब का घोषणा तो हुई, मगर पैसा अलॉटमेंट अभी पारित होने के बाद हम करेंगे. वो अभी नहीं है, शिकायत नहीं हो सकता है. Sir, special package for J&K. Sir, special package for J&K. J&K के ऊपर attention नहीं है. I can't see the member, Honorable Hasnain Masoodi ji. मगर I just want to highlight special fiscal support. आपको याद होगा सर, जब मैं सप्लीमेंट्री डिमांड फॉर ग्रांट्स के लिए विंटर सेशन में आई थी, 9,486 crores have been given for special assistance, special fiscal support for J&K. Then that also includes 850 crore grant for Jhelum Thavi flood recovery project, which is funded by the World Bank. So J&K के लिए जो देना है वो absolutely on the dot हो रही है, additional भी support मिल रही है. Substantial progress has also been made in the implementation since only after 2019, and despite COVID pandemic, the disbursement of 62% of external assistance in 154 million US dollars has also happened post 2019 for Jammu and Kashmir. External assistance के द्वारा भी J&K को 2019 के बाद 62% ज़्यादा allotment और disbursement हुआ है. Sir, health and education cess, माननीय member Supriya Sule ने उठाया कि नहीं, government collects so much of cess in the name of health and education. Where does this amount go? I just want to read the numbers क्योंकि numbers ही explain करेंगे सच्चाई क्या है. 2021, meaning 2020-2021, 35,821 crores were collected, cess that was collected under the name of health and education cess. From this amount allocated to the Ministry of Education, from this मैं बोल रही हूँ जानबूझ करके, I know this is far lesser. 50,729 for education. Amount allocated for Ministry of Health, 18,498. Total amount spent on that head is 69,228. जबकि collection 35,821 ही था. Actually हमने states को 69,228 तक दिया है सर उस साल 2020-2021. So cess ज्यादा collection हो गया, हम उसको इधर रख रहे हैं नहीं. जितना collection हुआ उससे almost double the amount center को states को दिए. 21-22 का मैं अभी बोल रही हूँ. 52,732 cess collected under health and education cess. Amount collected to Ministry of Education, amount allotted to Ministry of Education, 56,788. पिछले साल से ज़्यादा ही allocation हुआ. Amount allocated to Ministry of Health, पिछले साल से ज़्यादा ही 25,000 crores. कुल मिलाकर के states को cess इस कैटेगरी सेस के द्वारा 21-22 में 81,788 दिया गया है. मतलब 52,000 कलेक्ट हुआ, 81,000 स्टेट्स को भेजा गया. सर ऐसे ही 2022-23 का नंबर दे रही हूं जो बीई है. I don't have the total as it is now because we have another 1 month to go. 62,500 crores is the cess expected to be finally collected. Isme 86,100 is what we expect to give. So not 1 year, I'm giving you the data, have we kept money from the cess. We actually have given more to the states than what we have collected. So total amount for the 3 years, cess collected, 1,51,053 crores. Actually given 2,37,116 crores. So education and health में cess जितना collection हुई उससे बहुत ज़्यादा states को हमने दिया. So cess के ऊपर ये शंका नहीं रहना चाहिए. Sir, again, here it was question about 15th Finance Commission, the share of the states in the divisible pool, which is 41%. As I'm speaking, I'd like to say, 22-23, the share of central taxes is expected, this is the BE figure for 22-23, इस साल मार्च तक 2022-23 का share of central taxes which will have to be collected is 8.17 lakh crore, which was the BE number. But in all probability, the RE would be much more than that. And I roughly say, I hope I'm not going to be pinned down on this, I'm giving at an estimated number, 9.4 lakh crores is what we might get as central taxes. Collection अच्छा होने के कारण ये number 8.17 था, अभी 9.48 lakh crore का expectation RE का. So devolution में ज़्यादा amount जाना चाहिए, इसलिए मैं बोल रही हूँ हर महीना जितना देते हैं हम devolution के formula के तहत उतना देंगे. मगर मैं आज, क्योंकि आज 10 तारीख है, normally we distribute devolution of tax goes to the states. इस महीना क्योंकि प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का गाइडेंस इसमें था कि स्टेट्स के हाथ में पैसा डालो, जल्दी डालो, जिससे वो खर्च कर पाएंगे, इस महीना हमने एक महीने के डेवल्यूशन के जगह पर 2 महीना का ही दे रहे हैं. वी आर गिविंग 2 months in the place of 1. सो स्टेट्स के हाथ में इस महीना जितना पैसा जाना है उससे डबल अमाउंट जाएगा आज के दिन 10th of February. सो स्टेट्स का सेस में भी, डेवल्यूशन ऑफ सेंट्रल टैक्सेशन में भी कोई कुछ कटौती कमी नहीं है. बार बार हम ज्यादा ही पहले ही दे रहे हैं क्योंकि स्टेट्स के हाथ में रहना अच्छा है, वो खर्च उठा पाएंगे.
ज्यादा देते तभी तो पिछले साल का बजट पड़ गया.
So I want to make that clear that. So I've answered on Bengal, sir. So market intervention scheme के ऊपर they are the market intervention scheme, sir. Prices support scheme, PM Asha, price stabilization fund are all overlapping in their mandates. They're all for support of farmers. We will ensure that the support continues, but they are undergoing rationalization to enhance administrative efficiency. That I want to make clear here. Therefore, accordingly, a token provision under MIS and PSS scheme has been made in this budget. Necessary provisions will be made during the course of the year upon approval of the rationalization of the 3 schemes that I mentioned. Sir, I think on tribal affairs, there were quite a few questions. Promise was made to recruit 38,000 teachers in Eklavya schools. That has not been fulfilled. Honorable members not here, Shri A. Raja, he raised this question, but I want to give that response there, sir. Under this scheme, residential schools to be established in each block with 50% or more tribal population, at least 20,000 tribal population jahan hai, wahan ye Eklavya school banane ke. Altogether, 740 Eklavya schools are scheduled to be established across the country, out of which 690 Eklavya model schools have already been sanctioned and are remaining to be, and the rest are remaining to be sanctioned on receipt of land details from the concerned states. Presently, 401 such Eklavya model schools are functioning with an enrollment of 1,13,275 students. We are talking about tribal students who are registering in Eklavya model schools. And therefore, this budget has made a provision for recruiting 38,500 teachers for all the 740 Eklavya schools. And this announcement has been made in this budget. And in a phased manner, within 3 years, this whole recruitment will be completed. Sir, I'm coming to the last issue, sir. That is the 15th issue. Reduced allocation for minority affairs. Adir ji uske upar bahut hi chinta jataye. Sir, first of all, I'll go to the details of it. First of all, सर, हम वोट बैंक पॉलिटिक्स नहीं करते, सबका साथ सबका विकास करते। जिनका एलिजिबिलिटी हो फेलोशिप के लिए, चाहे वो कुछ भी मजहब का हो, कम्युनिटी का हो, लैंग्वेज का हो, उन सबको फेलोशिप मिलता है किसी ना किसी हेड पर, ट्राइबल अफेयर्स के द्वारा, सोशल वेलफेयर के द्वारा, कोई ना कोई कैटेगरी द्वारा सबको मिलता है। We don't believe in vote bank politics, and therefore we have very clearly, and in this case I want to get into the detail to tell you, Honorable Minister of Minority Affairs had only a couple of days ago, through Twitter, said so many details of what this is being discussed about. She says, students across all categories, I'm quoting here, students across all categories, irrespective of community, are eligible for Junior Research Fellowship Scheme of the UGC and the CSIR. Moreover, students from minority communities are also covered under the fellowship schemes of other ministries, including Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment and Ministry of Tribal Affairs. So clearly, and then she goes on to say, in the last 8 years, I'm quoting again, sir, in the last 8 years, more than 21,100 minority students have been granted loans worth 289 crore through the National Minority Development and Finance Corporation, the NMDFC, against 17,200 beneficiaries during 2006 to 14 UPA regime. उस समय 17,200 था, अभी 21,100 माइनॉरिटी स्टूडेंट्स को मिल रही है। हमारा न्यू इंडिया और हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी के क्लियर फोकस इस सबको साथ दो, सबका साथ, सबका विकास, किसी का किसी कारण में बाहर निकालना नहीं है। Inclusive development means whoever eligible will get it. That is how gas was distributed to everybody. That was how houses were given to anybody. We didn't discriminate. Whoever has got to get it will get it. Whether it is house, whether it is toilet, whether it is water, whether it is gas, everything is distributed to every Indian citizen who is eligible. So उसमें कुछ अंतर नहीं है। सर, एक और विषय सर, it's very audible, thank you, very audible, and I've answered. If you want to not hear it, it's a different story. Sir, एक विषय सर, I've answered that question, sir. Honorable member, I've answered that question. Sir, एक और विषय सर, क्योंकि मेरा नाम लेकर के विपक्ष के नेता बोले निर्मला सीतारामन ने इतना अमाउंट ग्रीन के लिए अलॉट किया, ये किसी को मन में रखते हुए अलॉट किया। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के सरकार में कोई किसी का मन में रखते हुए नहीं करते, सबको मन में रखते हुए करते हैं। ये देश को मन में रखता है, इसीलिए ऐसे बयान देना absolutely is wrong. If anything, I would want to end in a positive note, but if anything, if such language continues, and I've been repeatedly the target of such language by the leader, I'm not taking anybody's name because the leader is not around here now, throw the allegation and go away. I'm sorry, sir, if allocations were made, if phone calls were made, if relations were given benefit, if jijajis and batijas got benefit, it might be their culture. Under Prime Minister Modi, none of us do any of that. And therefore, any such allegation will be given back in the same language. I'm sorry, I cannot afford to have this kind of language. Sir, अंत में सर, अंत में जी, अंत में जी, अंत में जी, आदिर जी बात करते हैं, बहुत इमोशनली बात करते हैं। हाँ, हमारे ऊपर एलिगेशन डाला, आप एक कम्युनिटी के खिलाफ है। सर, मैं अपील करती हूं आपको, स्पीकर सर, मैं अपील करती हूं आपको, जरा सुनने के लिए क्षमता रखने के लिए बोलिए। सिर्फ 2-3 विषय है सर, सिर्फ 2-3 विषय जो उनको थोड़ा पसंद नहीं लगेगा। सर, आदिर जी ने बहुत गंभीरता से, आप एक यू आर एंटी ये पर्टिकुलर कम्युनिटी ऐसे बोले, मुझे बहुत दुख लगा। नहीं, ही सेड इट, या बट सर, एलोकेशन कम है इसीलिए हम एंटी एक कम्युनिटी है सर। विनम्रता से मैं बोलना चाह रही हूँ सर, एलोकेशन कम नहीं हुआ।
को जीजा का नाम लेता है तो ऐसा प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है सर।
सर चिल्लाने के लिए थोड़ा मदद ले रही हूं सर, पानी पी करके। सर मैं जल्दी खत्म करूंगी सर, मगर प्रोवाइडेड दे हियर मी सर। बजट में कोई एलोकेशन किसी का भी कम नहीं हुआ, मैं बार बार उसको नंबर के साथ बोल रही हूं। फिर भी क्योंकि नंबर कम हो गया है ऐसे वो अनुमान रख के बोलते हैं कि आपने एलोकेशन कम किया इसीलिए उनके खिलाफ है। मगर मैं याद दिलाना चाह रही हूं सर, हिस्ट्री के कुछ पन्नों से, हिस्ट्री के कुछ पन्नों से मैं प्रश्न पूछना चाहती हूं। बजट में नंबर कम नहीं हुआ, किसी कम्युनिटी के खिलाफ नहीं है, सबका साथ मैं बोल रही हूं। प्रधानमंत्री जी के बहुत बार बार याद दिलाने वाले लाइन, सबका साथ सबका विकास। फिर भी सर मैं, सबका प्रयास भी है। सो प्रश्न सर, प्रश्न पूछ रही हूं सर, मैं प्रश्न पूछ रही हूं, क्या बजट में नंबर अच्छा देने के बाद अगर एक कम्युनिटी को कत्लेआम होता है, उस साल इलेक्शन कमीशन भी बोलता है प्लीज इलेक्शन ना रखो, शायद उस समय के बजट में इतना अमाउंट दिया है उस कम्युनिटी के कारण, फिर भी उस कम्युनिटी का कत्लेआम होने के बाद भी, इलेक्शन कमीशन कहने के बाद भी, इलेक्शन अभी ना करो कहने के बाद भी उस कम्युनिटी के कत्ल खून भी सूखा नहीं है, उधर दिल्ली में जाकर के इलेक्शन करने वाले कौन है? कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेता श्रीमती इंदिरा गांधी। वो उस बजट में बहुत अलोकेशन हुआ मगर कत्लेआम भी हुए असम दिल्ली में उस कम्युनिटी का। इसका जवाब वो देंगे कि नहीं देंगे, वो मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ। दुख से ये बात कह रही हूँ, उस कम्युनिटी के ऊपर पसंद है, मन है, उनके रक्षा कर रहे हैं, तो कैसे ये हुआ? फिर बजट, दानिश अली जी आप उनके प्रश्न मैं पूछ रही हूँ, आप पूछना चाहिए इस विषय में। सर इतना एलोकेशन किया, मान लीजिए उस कम्युनिटी के ऊपर इतना प्यार है तो दिल्ली में गले में टायर लगा करके सिक्कों का कत्लेआम हुआ। क्या हुआ? बजट में एलोकेशन कम था क्या? सो बजट के एलोकेशन के ऊपर आप प्यार का नफरत का बातें ना करें। आपने इन लोगों का कत्ले आम किए, उस समय क्या उनके बजट के एलोकेशन कितना सर? लास्ट बात, मैं लास्ट बात ये बात बोल रही हूं सर। 1966 में 1963 अरे नेल्ली ची नेल्ली में जो हुआ उसका ची बोलना चाहिए, जैसे ममता बनर्जी ने ची की कविता सुनाए, वो उसका जवाब कौन देंगे? लास्ट बात सर, जवाब नहीं है सर। लास्ट बात बोल रही हूं सर, अगर दिल्ली में 1966 में एंटी काउ स्लॉटर डेमोन्स्ट्रेटर्स पार्लियामेंट के बाहर गो हत्या के विषय में प्रोटेस्ट करने वाले हिंदू सन्यासी को मार पिटाई करने वाले कौन है सर? यही 96 का कांग्रेस पार्टी है सर। सो बजट में एलोकेशन के कारण हम एक कम्युनिटी के नफरत कर रहे हैं क्या? बिल्कुल नहीं है। सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास, सबका प्रयास, ये नाटक करने वाले इसे, यही है जवाब मेरा।
श्री मार्गनी भरत जी।
एक मिनट वेट हुआ। This situation in the country is very alarming. The LIC policy holders, State Bank of India depositors are very much humbling.
Margani Bharat ji,
that their money will be secured and protected.
Bajendra Singh, रविंदर कुशवाहा, शून्यकाल भाई। शून्यकाल।
माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, आपने मुझे शून्यकाल में बोलने का मौका दिया, इसके लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। महोदय, मेरा संसदीय निर्वाचन क्षेत्र सलेमपुर पर्यटन की दृष्टि से काफी पिछड़ा हुआ है, जबकि यहाँ पर्यटन की अपार संभावनाएं हैं। मेरे संसदीय निर्वाचन क्षेत्र से होकर राम जानकी पथ गुजरता है, जो रामायण सर्किट का हिस्सा है। राम जानकी पथ से केवल 6 किलोमीटर की दूरी पर स्थित सोहगरा धाम में एक पौराणिक शिव मंदिर है, जहां पर जनकपुर से अयोध्या जाते समय माता सीता ने महादेव जी की शिव की पूजा अर्चना की थी। लेकिन इस पौराणिक मंदिर को रामायण सर्किट से नहीं जोड़ा गया है, जिसके बिना रामायण सर्किट अधूरा है। इसके लिए सोहगरा धाम से सटा हुआ श्री दिग्देश्वर नाथ धाम है, सोनाग धाम है। मैल चौराहा पर विश्व प्रसिद्ध संत महर्षि देवरावा बाबा का आश्रम है। मेरे संसदीय निर्वाचन क्षेत्र के बलिया में महान ऋषि भृगु संहिता के रचयिता महर्षि भृगु ऋषि का आश्रम है, और बिहार की सीमा से लगे